Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a Recon the role-playing game story. I'm titling this one Home Defense. Years ago, my friend Kevin was running a Recon campaign. It was his very first campaign as mission director, so we granted him a lot of leeway, although he really didn't need it. Kevin was a very accomplished game master. He was really, really good. Before I get into this, though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you'd hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on social media, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson, and you can find all of my books there. I like to think I write good stories that make people think. There's a variety of different books there, different topics, different stories. So I hope you find one you enjoy, and I hope you enjoy reading it. All right. So Kevin was running this campaign. It was his first one, but he was doing a really good job. Our mercenary group had gone on a few missions. We'd gotten some decent paychecks. I bought myself about 10 acres of woodlands in Colorado, in the mountains, with a cabin. There was a lake. I had a pool and some horses, and I was doing okay. I was just enjoying relaxing. Our last job was going against a criminal drug organization tied into the cartels, and we'd completed the job and gone home. Well, this happens a lot in tabletop role playing. Turns out for the next game, I was the only player who could make it. The rest had to work, so Kevin said he'd run me solo. I said, sure, why not? My character was enjoying some time off and was lounging by the pool. And as I was dozing, I awoke to the sound of 2 helicopters coming in from the south. When I grabbed my binoculars, I saw that they were loaded with armed soldiers. Yeah, there was something wrong. I ran to the house and I grabbed my law rocket launcher, because everybody keeps a law rocket in their house, right? The advantage of owning your own land out in the middle of nowhere and being a mercenary and being able to smuggle stuff. Anyway, so I grabbed my law rocket, and the first helicopter blowed up real good. The second helicopter had a door gunner, and his M60 forced me back into the house. While they landed, I grabbed my rifle and my boogie bag. And for those of you who don't know what a boogie bag is, it's a bag that contains food, water, necessities, ammo, whatever you're going to need to survive for a few weeks or for a few days at least out in the wild. And I grabbed that bag and my rifle and I took off into the woods. I set up a pair of claymores and ran on toward the lake. I heard I heard those mines going off as I went into the water and under the dock. So I don't know how many of them it got, but it got some of them. 5 men approached the dock and jumped into the boat. As they tried to get it started, I slipped a high explosive grenade over the side and dove deep, about well out of the blast radius. The grenade blew them all to hell. I pulled myself up onto what remained of the dock and slipped into the trees. I took a hidden path to a hidden cave where I'd secured supplies against just such an occasion. Yeah, it pays to plan ahead. When night came, I slipped out of the cave and headed to the house. There were at least 3 men in the house, with 1 guard on the balcony over the pool. I used my silenced pistol and put 3 in his chest and 1 in his head, and then I climbed up the balcony and made my way inside. The men were sitting in my living room drinking my wine and smoking my cigars. They were speaking Spanish, and from what I could overhear, my Spanish isn't great, but from what I could overhear, they were cartel members trying to get revenge. I waited for one to go to the John, and I garroted him, leaving his body in the shower. As I left the bathroom, I saw another one of them headed for the kitchen. I used my silenced pistol and put 3 in his back and 1 in his head. The last one was dozing in my favorite chair. I snuck into the room and snatched his submachine gun. He started awake, and I put my pistol in his face, and I told him, "Talk, motherfucker. Why are you here, and who did you work for?" He told me that his boss, the cartel head, had ordered him to get revenge on me. So I took him outside and I shot him. The next week, we ended the game there. The next week, when the rest of the guys could make it, we outfitted for 10 days in the field and we headed into Mexico. The news broadcast said that it was a massive gas leak which caused the explosion that obliterated the cartel leader's house and everyone in it. They never even knew we were there. The subsequent law enforcement investigation didn't even touch on us. They concluded that if there was foul play, it was probably from a rival cartel. There's very few problems that the proper application of the right amount of C4 can't solve. Firepower is a wonderful thing when used properly. Yeah, it was sweet. That was a lot of fun. Kevin ran a really, really great game, and we did have a lot of fun. But anyway, I figured you guys would enjoy that story. I hope you find it interesting. And I hope you guys have a great day. Hope this finds you everybody well. You folk, God bless, one and all. Vanguard 1, Devo Polan, a scientific representative from a pacifist race called the Gandhiri, has come to Earth to learn the one thing that humans do better than anyone else in the galaxy: to fight. In the sequel, Task Force Terminus, Earth is at war with an alien race called the Amdola. Devo Polan's new commission in the Terran fleet exposes him to bigotry and treachery, and he comes to realize that sometimes political and military maneuvering are one and the same.